Warning, proceed with caution. The thoughts and views these individuals have or speak on are for entertainment only. The hosts of this podcast are from the streets and for the streets. Please consume responsibly.
All right, Pa La Calle, episode number 14. We out here. How's everyone doing today?
We need to get sound effects.
Fantastic. Isn't there like a little board?
I could just put them.
Oh, like after?
So if I do this, it just...
No, but there's a little board where you can choose.
Yeah, but if you press it and it sounds dumb, it's going to be stuck there forever.
I'm sorry.
Hi, professional board up here.
Yeah. When has it ever sound dumb? Like, have you ever dropped the ooh, Vinnie Mag somewhere that it's not supposed to go?
Yeah, on accident.
Stop.
When like they're rapping and then you hear it, you don't even hear anything.
That's because you only use one hand to DJ. You use two hands.
No, what's up with you?
It was something in Barcelona and you kept hitting another one,
yeah,
another one because he was drunk.
My graduation.
Yeah.
My graduation.
He was drunk DJing and like he just kept hitting.
Barcelona, the bar.
Not Barcelona.
Not
Barcelona.
Like,
no, we were at Barcelona, Pasadena, and like, I don't know, something happened, he just kept hitting another one, like that.
No, it wasn't me. It was DJ Precise pressing it
on his.
So I was DJing and I was drunk, and then all of a sudden I got on the mic and I lowered the music. The music stopped and I started talking. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. I was drunk. So then Juan Franco, I guess he told Precise, "Hey, go help Vinny because he's fucked up." And he didn't know Precise was as drunk as I was. So Precise came up next to me and then he went to my buttons and pressed another one every time after I finished the sentence. It was a mess.
it sounds awful.
Shout out to Burger. Burger was actually mixing. He was a DJ at the time, like full on DJ, and he came and saved us.
I tell you what.
Kicked me off.
I have seen DJs drunk before, and it's not. Here's the thing. A lot of you guys don't know. El tío borracho is okay, porque el tío borracho doesn't set el ambiente. El tío borracho has no control over the music, over the mic. Sometimes they do get a hold of it, like at weddings and stuff, where they give a speech, and and then you're like, oh, qué pena. But a veces most of the time that doesn't happen. When the DJ is drunk, es una pinche catastro. It's like a catastrophe. It's tan feo to see the DJ drunk because there's no way of hiding that. There's no way. I've seen it a couple times, and it's not something that
We play the same song?
I can't.
There's a DJ that I work with a lot. I'm not going to say his name, but it rhymes with Schmedic, who was really turnt one time. And it was when Aime was like at the peak, and like he played Aime, the remix.
The what?
Estoy loco.
Yeah, Aime, the remix with Bad Bunny, the song.
What song?
Siempre de fiesta, really kick it in there, huh?
Was
cumbia?
Aime, with I think Stretch is in it too, does it?
No, it's J Balvin, Bad Bunny.
Oh, I know.
And...
He doesn't know. Anyways,
I do.
Anyways, he played the song, and then he gets turned, and he plays it again. And I'm like, yo, I'm on the mic, like, yo, hey, Medic, you already played that song. Oh, yeah. Starts the song over again. Hey, Medic, you played the song. No. And he did that like 5 times in a row.
No.
So we had to kick him off, and I was just playing like, all right, this BPM's matched. I was playing it because I had to finish the night off like the last 30 minutes.
Un aplauso.
DJ Juju.
I wouldn't have been able to do that. DJ Chamoy. That's J-Dub's ¿cómo se dice? Like his alias,
alter ego.
His alter ego. When people would ask him for like mixes, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He would just blend songs, and he's like DJ Chamoy.
Yeah, but that motherfucker, dude, he opened up for Bad Bunny once.
Oh yeah, yes. J-Dub's fun.
Must
fact.
Be nice.
No, well, I know a DJ, and his name rhymes with belly. And we were at a wedding, and they were doing the wedding dance. Esa like memorable.
The first dance.
Just the first dance. The song was "I really like what you." I think, right?
Yeah, it was the Donald Glover version.
Anyway, everybody dancing, and then you hear. Burr, 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 burr.
It wasn't just that. You hear a heavy hitters, suckers.
it was more. It was so embarrassing. Anyway, when the DJ's fucked up, the whole party knows that they're fucked up, and it's awful.
That was probably the last time I got drunk before I DJ. Usually, like if I'm a DJ that night, I don't start drinking till I start DJing.
And el mayor de Pasadena,
I think I've been booked since.
Juan Franco, he's very forgiving. Like he's really chill. So
he's been trash when he does it too. So
he's fine. But I mean, imagine somewhere else being all like pedo and
I've done it.
Have I ever gone to
couple places we can't go back
Shout out Azul.
Copper Door.
R.I.P. Azul. I was trashed.
I don't think I've ever performed.
I've done a couple Fullertons in my day.
Copper Door, me and Medic were done. Never been back since. I was like, yeah, they're fucking tits out.
Now the
and if somebody does it,
it happens.
That's fun. Sounds good. Good times. Hey,
Episode 14.
Another one.
It always happens, though. We get so sidetracked. Last week it was porn. This week it was DJs and soundboards.
Actually, because we talked about the porn and Vinny said that I like soft porn, I was like, what is soft porn for me? So I watched all 3 movies of 50 Shades of Grey. And I was like, oh, that kind of, I was like, oh my gosh, having a guy pin you up against the wall and
that's freaky.
She likes soft, hardcore.
I like it with a storyline, like. And then I remembered why my husband's name is Mr. Grey on my phone. I remembered. You guys didn't even know, but you guys rekindled the fire in my marriage.
Is that why he came in? It's like, thank you guys.
He came in and he was like, I want to shake your hand.
All right.
Saluted you guys. No, pero sí me chingué las 3 películas and I didn't go to bed on Saturday until like 4 a.m. No, I'm lying.
Oh, that was your Saturday night?
For a 50 Shades marathon?
Yeah. I didn't go to sleep till 4 a.m.
That is some freaky shit. Not even me.
No, but I do that with all movies. Like, for example, I've done it with like Sex and the City or like marathons of like seasons of shows or the Twilight. Sometimes I'm like, I want to rewatch Hunger Games or whatever. No. Yeah, is it Hunger Games?
What is it with you in bondage movies? Hunger Games, Sex and the City,
Hunger Games,
Twilight. Yeah. Hey, tell your dog to chill over there, dog.
Trey wants you to know to back the fuck off. No.
Before you hang us trying to sleep, all you hear is like, whoosh, whoosh.
I watched it by myself. He wasn't there with me. He was asleep. But he did wake up like at 4 a.m. because he gets up to do the deliveries and I was still awake. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, watching a movie. It was almost done. I was like, are you sure you have to go to work?
Is that a parent thing? Or like you spend your whole days with your kids so you have to like late at night you're up because that's your you time?
Yeah. And I think so. Like I also try to figure out like what's wrong with me. Why do I do that? Like why is that an escape for me? Like I'll stay up on the phone for 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever. And it's just kind of like it's the only thing that I have for myself. So I milk it as much as I can.
Don't have kids. Got it. Add another 2 months to the no kids.
So my Saturday, that's what it was. But how was yours?
That was your whole weekend?
Well, yeah, kind of.
I mean, you already kicked it off. You might as well keep
3
going.
3 movies, 2 hours each, 6 hours. Yeah. It's a weekend.
I had
Sunday, make labels.
Saturday I took Mateo to watch Paw Patrol because he's been getting invited to like these events.
Jeez.
So I took him to go watch the premiere of Paw Patrol. It comes out on the 29th and little homie already saw it and he really liked it. It was really
he got invited or you got invited?
No, he got invited. Mateo.
Ooh.
She was a +1.
Not even I've gotten that.
Yeah, Mateo got invited to watch the premiere. And he was really excited. And what else? I actually had a really bad mom moment at the movie theater, and I had actually told Juju about it. No, I'm not crying. My eyes itchy. So what happens is they gave me plus 3 myself. 4 people, and I ended up going by myself. And it was me and the 2 kids, my niece who's 6 and Mateo who's 5.
This brother's not slick at all.
I'm so sorry. I'm getting cotton mouth right now.
Just smoked or what?
Maybe.
So they invited me, and I didn't have another adult to go with. And as you know, premieres, once you get there and you sit down, you can't really move because someone will take your seat. And so we got really good seats. We sat down, and I told the kids, okay, when the movie starts, we'll go get the popcorn because the lights will be off and we can go and come back in. Usually I go with another adult. Usually one person stays there with the kids and then you go get the popcorn. Well, I didn't. It was just me and the two kids. So I was like, okay, guys, sit here and I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the popcorn. And I walked out and I was standing in the line, which, by the way, the lines were so long. It's ridiculous. And I'm standing there and just a million thoughts went through my head of, if somebody grabs my kids right now and takes them, I wouldn't know. Like, I just walk into the theater and the kids are gone. Like, ya hice una pinche película in my head of the kids missing. Bottom line is, I didn't even make it to the front. I ran back into the freaking theater, like where they're playing the movie, and the kids are just sitting there watching the movie. But I felt really like scared. Like, I just left a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old inside the movie theater watching the movie. What a bad mom.
Didn't she freak out on her husband?
She did.
What?
And I don't know if
leaving him at the park.
What?
In a safe environment.
Leaving a 13-year-old by himself.
Yeah.
And you freaked out.
But I was right there. He left them for 3 hours.
But they're 13 years old.
All it takes is 10 seconds.
Literally. Literally, that's all I was thinking. Like, someone's going to take my kids.
The whole movie was going through her mind.
Yes.
I will find you.
The whole movie, and I'm like,
what would I do?
If they took my kids, what would I do? I'd be like, everybody, my kids are missing. And everyone's going to look at me and be like, why would you leave?
Plot twists are like, you didn't come with kids.
So anyway, that was my Saturday.
You are very trusting with movies, by the way, because there was that one time, Ninja Turtles. She was like, oh, you should go to the premiere. I'm going to drop off my son.
Oh, that's right. But with my niece, and she's 17.
That makes a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, my niece is 17, so she was gonna stay.
Because you made it seem like, oh, I'm gonna just drop them off since you're gonna be there.
No,
I'm like, that's too trusting. That's weird.
No. My niece, I was gonna drop them off and then take the other one to his audition and then come back and then join the movie. But no, that was with my niece, and I usually always try to take someone else with me. Mm-hmm. It's never just me and the kids, but this time it was, and I didn't want to pull them out, and it's a mom thing. I know you guys don't get it, but like, it's even like pumping gas. Sometimes you have to go pump gas, and to take all the kids out of the car and go pump gas and then come back, like, you just leave the kids in the car sometimes, and you're not supposed to.
You could just like lock the doors and then have the window down.
No, you're not supposed to. You have to literally physically grab the child and take him with you, because
are you talking about a baby?
No, even my kids. 5. He's 5. Imagine someone takes my car. Imagine there's an explosion. I'm in the thing, and the thing's over there, and it explodes.
Oh, you go inside.
Yeah, like if you go inside.
Oh,
why are they take them out to pump gas?
No.
If you go inside to pay.
Yes, if you go inside to pay.
Weird.
Damn. Still, I just tell not my kids, my nieces, but yeah, stay in the car.
Yeah, but even that is like, I don't know, guys. Anyway, I had like a really bad mom moment, and I was just like, oh, that was awful.
How did she fix that bad mom moment? By watching 50 Shades of Grey.
I got home and I put my kids to sleep, and I watched 50 Shades of Grey. All 3.
Can't believe I left them alone as she's pouring NyQuil into their cups. Come out.
And then Sunday, what did I do Sunday? Nothing. I went to IKEA, walked right out, because I can't do that shit anymore. I used to go to IKEA. I used to get really and I used to go to IKEA and just shop around. Now I can't. I walked in and I was like,
why is it too packed, or
this is too much for me? I was just overstimulated.
Oh.
Like, you gotta like shop and look for things, and I'm just gonna go online.
You want to just do quick scans and see what catches your eye?
No, I walked in.
What are you shopping for?
I need pillows, coasters, table mats, frames. I'm redoing my whole living room.
IKEA sells that stuff?
Saw everything.
Can't remember last time I stepped into an IKEA.
Dude.
And they have the fire.
My mom
what are
works
those
for a furniture
meatballs?
store. I gotta.
I've never had that.
Oh, the Swedish meatballs are fire. Those are fire.
Wave the flag, brother.
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh, no, wait, that's Switzerland.
They're Netherlands. Nope.
Whatever the meatballs are, those shits are fire.
They also have like
Sweden.
a daycare to drop off the kids for the good parents, not like me. But yeah, no, I went to IKEA and then I walked out of there and I told my husband that I really wanted Olive Garden because I've been craving Olive Garden. And he's like, yeah. And then I got home and he's like, no.
Damn.
He fucking played me, dude.
Did that all over again?
That's crazy. I'd have been like, well, looks like I'm leaving Olive Garden. Who wants to go?
Yeah. And he's like, no, I work tomorrow. La la la. It's late.
Such a big commitment, huh? Going to Olive Garden?
For an hour?
No, it is though, because it's Saturday, so it's packed.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's true.
And it's packed and you have to wait. And I did call and I asked how long the wait was. And they're like, 45 minutes. And I said, well, can I put my name on the list? They're like, no, you have to come in. I said, can I make reservations for tomorrow? They're like, we don't take reservations.
Fucking rats.
Olive Garden, dude.
Well, because it's Olive Garden, guys. Wait the fucking 30 minutes. You act like this is Mastro's like, I'd like to make a reservation and please have the still water for me.
How do you not make reservations, though?
You make reservations at Applebee's?
I haven't been to Applebee's in a long time.
It's just, no, you show up and it's like, you wait. If you want to wait, if you don't, you don't. Like, there's
That's whack.
Olive Garden? It's like trying to make a reservation for like TGI Fridays, bro. Like, it's just like, there's like chain restaurants.
There should be.
No.
There should be reservations to BJ's, to DGI Fridays.
I reserve BJ's all the time. Well, thank you.
Anyway, so I didn't get my Olive Garden. And then Monday and Tuesday, I did a juice cleanse. So it looks like I'm not getting my Olive Garden in a minute.
Well, you're done, so you could do it tomorrow.
No, I can't eat that. My stomach will fucking hate me if I do the juice cleanse. Oh my God, is it Toscana soup?
I don't get their soups. I get
Soup and salad.
I get their salad. And if it's a soup, I get either pasta fagioli or minestrone.
Yeah, you told me like, let's go to this other Italian spot right here. And I'm like, no.
Like you want the tour of Italy.
Olive Garden. I want the soup.
I want pre-packaged heated meals.
Yeah. They don't make it there?
With the bread?
No. Sometimes they do. Like the pastas.
You're fucking telling me that the lasagna?
The soups for sure are
prepackaged? No, don't tell me that.
But what's crazy is like, I don't know. I guess I don't know if I could divulge this. My cousin used to work at Olive Garden. They learn how to make the soups. They just don't make them because they take so much time. Again, this is why you don't need a reservation for fucking Olive Garden. Because it's a quick service. Like they're trying to get as many in, as many out. So a lot of stuff's pre-cooked already. Oh, we should bring my sister on next week. She actually used to work for Olive Garden. She'll give us all those secrets.
The lasagna isn't made there?
No.
Get the out of here. That's it. You've ruined it.
No, I heard it, and like my sister's like, "Oh, I'm gonna ruin Olive Garden for you." He's like, "No, I'm cool with it. Still tastes the same. I like it. Nothing's changed. It's the same taste you're getting is the same taste."
No, it's not.
Just because Mama, whatever Italian name is, like laying down the pasta and like, no, it's just cooked.
I'm so good with it.
I don't want to ruin this for you, but McDonald's also like it's dumb. Like you think
wait, what is in McDonald's? Wait, what? McDonald's also doesn't what?
Huh?
What?
Not that's
it's all prepackaged too, no?
Oh yeah. Most fast food restaurants are just reheated meats, reheated foods. Like if you want an authentic Italian dinner, you go where your husband said
wanted to go.
Yeah, and they make it fresh for you.
Yeah, that's I can't believe it.
Really? Like you thought Olive Garden was like?
I thought there was chefs back there making it.
There's a chef looking like.
Here's the thing.
Hey man, set that to 3 minutes.
No. Even like Buffalo Wild Wings. Give you an example, right? Are there chefs? No, pero they're back there tossing the chicken wing with. Don't fucking tell me. Don't do that.
That was frozen.
They're not frozen. They're not tossing them back there.
They toss them in the sauce, but like, how do you think they're able to get out 150 wings in like 15 minutes? You know how long it takes? When you go to an authentic like mom and pop's one, it's like, oh hey, the wings are gonna take 15 minutes. I only ordered 6 of them.
That's how long they all take.
That's how long it takes.
No, like, don't you notice how all like Buffalo Wild Wings is just pumping them out, like big orders of wings.
Yeah, because they have like the deep fryers. Okay, listen, this is getting crazy. Comment down below. Have you ever worked at a Buffalo Wild Wings? Are you guys?
They toss the chicken. It's just how they cook the chicken. Like it's already kind of.
No, it's like Pollo Loco. Pollo Loco's chicken is made there. They put it in the parrilla. Like, does it already come seasoned? Yeah, but the chicken is made there. That's what I'm trying to say.
You're right. My weekend was great. We're gonna go see the one I got on Saturday. All the tias.
How'd that go?
I feel it's sad because he's aging obviously, so he can't stand nowhere. He gets there. They put the heavy ass accordion on him, and he just sits down and just goes. But he still has the hand movements. Still a great show though. And I saw Banda Machos again.
They were there.
Yeah, second week they opened up for him. So it was pretty dope. Like. And it's I've never been to the Santa Fe swap meet since they redone it. I guess they put like $2 million into it.
Wait, was it the swap meet?
Yeah, Santa Fe swap meet. Yeah. And it's like a cool, like it's a little intimate thing, and like it was dope. I had fun.
Who'd you go with?
Me, Greg C, and a couple of his buddies, and then another guy from the street team, Humberto, showed up. The guy with the frosted tips that walked in that one day.
Oh,
Yeah, he showed up.
Frosted tips. Yes, frosted tips.
Yeah.
He dyed his hair.
He saw in sync, and he's like, "We're bringing him back,
back, baby."
But yeah, and then, for the life of me, I can't remember what I did Friday night.
You probably went home.
Must have. I honestly can't remember what I did Friday night. Sunday, I went to a brunch. $80 for myself, dog, for 2 beers.
Where'd you
Coke.
go?
Not even bottomless mimosas.
I didn't even know. Cause I had to drive, so I didn't even. That would have been more. That would have been an extra $30 on that.
But
went to Tempo Cantina, the one in Hollywood.
What is that? I don't know if I've ever been there.
You heard of like Calaveras?
Yeah.
Same owner.
Okay.
So think of like that kind of style.
It's like a vibe more than.
And Tempo's more, I think, Asian infused, and Calaveras is more Mexican.
Interesting.
I did have this pork belly burrito that was really good, but $80. And then we went to the one in Hollywood because I was told we were getting hooked up by the manager. He didn't hook shit up. And I'm like, yo, I'll keep it honest with you guys. I am broke right now. Like, I am on fucking fumes right now. And I was like, it was for a birthday. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm just going to go. And like, oh, he's going to hook it up. So maybe, like $50, $60. I know it's a $20 difference, but I would have an extra $20 in my pocket right now.
Right.
And no, it was $80. I was like, great, here's my card. And like,
ojalá y pase.
Yeah.
You guys, I've been feeling that way lately. Like, hopefully it fucking goes through. So I hid all of my credit cards, which is usually I would pay with my credit card. Then at the end, I pay with my debit card, right? To like build credit and whatever.
Yeah.
But I noticed that I just have no fucking, like, I'm just like, bah,
$3,000 available.
Just da 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 da.
Yeah.
And so I said, no more. I'm only using debit until I pay off all my debt. So I only have my debit card. And my debit is looking real nice right now. Like, it's a lot going on right now, okay? So I went to the grocery store yesterday and it was $150. And I stood there and I gave it to her and I said, I don't know why. I don't know if this comes from being the single mom where my card wouldn't go through or whatever, but every single time my debit card gets swiped, I have a fear in me that it's not going to go through.
That broke feeling. Yeah. Even when you know you have money in there.
Yeah, like I was like, is there money? Is it going to go through? Like, oh my God. And the fact that I don't have a credit card to run in case of an emergency freaks me the out. So the fact that you're like, I'm broke right now and you still had to pay those 80, I was like, well, fuck, how am I going to pay, guys?
And then on Tuesday, shot my dog's balls off. These
both of them?
I wish I had my black Dodger hat right now because I want to go in on the veterinarian industry. Like, bro. So it was originally I had told you I was like, oh, it's gonna be $160. Oh, she's like, that's a great price. I was like, for $2, yeah. She's like, all right, cool. Didn't have the money for that. How we came with that money? Follow me later for scam secrets.
The Lord.
Yeah. And like, so we get there, and she's like, actually, we had to weigh your dogs because they look a little overweight for what the $165 price is. My dogs, one of them was 3 pounds overweight, and the other one was 2 pounds overweight. So they upped it. $240 for one dog.
Why does the weight matter?
I don't know.
More anesthesia. They have to The balls are bigger.
So what was gonna be 320 turned into 460. And then she's like, well, also I need you to sign this form because if something happens and they go into cardiac arrest and we have to revive them for 1 minute of recitation for the dogs each, $300. If they were to die if they were to mess up, kill my dogs, I had to bring them back, I'd have to pay $300 each dog.
If they fuck up?
Yeah.
Do you have to sign that? Or you're like, well, you fucked up, they're dead.
No, you have to sign it. You have to sign it, and you could decline more, but they'll have to at least try for a minute. And I had to pay for that. And I was like, oh, man. So, yeah. I'm running on fumes. That's crazy.
And dogs. Now, and then all of this just to get rid of them. That's the part that gets me, Juju.
You're gonna get...
Yeah, my dad hates the dogs. We got the dogs when, after my dog Troy passed away, my German Shepherd, who everyone loved.
And you say we, but you.
What do you mean?
You got those dogs.
No, it started off as we, turned into me. Like,
he brought it up last week that his mom and brother agreed with him to get him.
Yeah. Like, and no, my sister too, because they're beautiful dogs, but then they all just abandoned me. Like, my mom still defends me, but like, my brother and sister, like, and this is coming off the heels, Carla, of the whole Nino thing, which they feel bad. We made them feel bad. I was like,
wait, do they watch the show?
They watched the show.
But they saw the clip.
And they saw the clip too.
Oh.
And they're like, are you really mad? I was like, no, it's like, theater.
It's all for content.
For content. But yeah, so.
But so she didn't apologize?
No.
Just leave it.
You bring it up again.
Well, no, because she's asking, like, are you really mad? At that point, you say, are you mad? I'm sorry. And then you tell him I couldn't pick you because you can't pay $80 brunch.
2 weeks in a row. Whatever, dog. You got a whole ass family overdrawn. Get out of here.
$4,000 to be exact.
But yeah, my dad. He's never wanted the dogs, and they're energetic. They tear everything up. They pee everywhere. And he's like, dude, we got to get rid of them. We got into a fight over it. And like that same day, he went to the hospital. So I felt guilty about it. And then the tipping point was when the dogs wouldn't stop barking. When they went from 2 p.m. to like 8 in the morning the next morning. But they had stopped. But he's like, nah, it's a wrap. So he wants to get rid of them. But paying $1,000 to get rid of my dogs. Like they had to be vaccinated. They had to be registered. They had to be neutered. They had to like pretty much have to train my dogs to leave. Like,
yeah. Everything you didn't do when you had them, now you have to do to get rid of them. I told him, just open the fucking gate. Someone will take them. Because they're nice dogs. They're not like a little chihuahua. Con todo respeto to the chihuahua community.
I fucking hate chihuahuas.
But
disrespectfully.
So getting rid of the dogs. We're probably going to get rid of the dogs. But plot twist, I'm already looking for this dog.
Juju, no.
Bro. Listen,
Is it worth the headache?
My dad did this to himself. That's how we were raised. My dad would just show up with dogs. Like, hey, we got dogs. That's how I got my Dalmatians.
I know, but let him do it.
He's never gonna bring home a Great Dane.
You don't need one, bro. Just
put the big dog right in the front of the house. Whoa, look what just got here.
I don't know. I had to really think about it. But our dog, we're used to having dogs in the house. Like we have to have dogs. Like it's just
you do. What's the doggy's name?
Nala. When I say dogs, I mean like an actual full-size dog. Like Nala's a little raton, dude. He's a little rat. But yeah, dogs, their balls got chopped off, and I paid a hefty price for it.
I mean, not that part. Well, my dog was supposed to get his balls chopped off too, but it looks like he's gonna get run over before that because Vinny left the door open.
Oh my! It wasn't on purpose.
In today, you did do that on purpose.
No, I
you don't like my dog, and so you left the door open. Chewy now knows he doesn't even get close to Vinny. He looks at Vinny and goes like,
he was fucking me up when I walked in. That explains why he walked away from me. He probably saw the open gate. I swear I thought I closed it.
He's like, rah.
Yeah, Eugenio, my husband. I walked in the house. First off, I'm driving up my street or like to turn, and I see this motherfucker just and I start honking, and I'm like, Chewy, get back inside. And he runs back into my yard, goes and pees on every tree, goes to my neighbor's house, pees on her tree. Like, wait, bitch, before I go inside. So then I keep honking because I'm waiting for the kids to come out. Nobody's coming out. And I'm like, Chewy, métete. And he comes into the little...
Speak Spanish?
Yeah.
No.
He speaks Spanglish. And then he comes inside and he's sitting by the door waiting for me. I get off of the car and I'm like, who left the gate open? I walk straight inside. Everyone's in the kitchen and I'm like, who left the gate open? The kids get punished for leaving the gate open because it's happened multiple times. And the kids are like, I haven't even gone out. My husband goes, we walked in through the front door and we've been here for about half an hour. Where was he? Because Chewy would have, if it was half an hour ago, he would have already been gone. This had just happened. Someone had just arrived and left the gate open. So then I was like, who left the door open? They kept saying it wasn't them. I come straight back into the studio. I opened the door and sure enough, Vinny's standing there with a camera in his hand. And I was like, it was you. You left the gate open. You let Chewy out. And Eugenio said the dog was barking and out of nowhere he stopped. So when you walked in, so out of nowhere when you walked in, I'm assuming he was barking?
No.
Oh.
Well, actually, he was barking because I thought that you were going to be back here. Y'all said 7:30 and I got here at 8. I thought it was going to be late.
No, I know, but when you came in, it's fine to come in. But I'm saying when you
he attacked me and I'm like, oh, fuck.
My dog didn't attack you. Stop saying that.
Okay, not crazy, but he kept fucking putting his paws on my... These are big-ass dogs, you know? So he was getting on me and shit. And I'm like, fucking, get off. I don't want to yell at him either. And
it's un bebé. It's un bebé.
Brother's bigger than me and shit.
What up, Vinny? Nice hat.
What you doing back here?
Anyway, yeah, well, fuck
fix your gate. Because I swear I thought it closed it.
That you know when it closes. Even if you slam it, you have to hear it go cling, it clicks. Did you hear it
I heard
clink?
it click.
The fucking lies. The gate doesn't open by itself. It doesn't.
Well, yeah, I came in and then I turned around and I did that.
It doesn't open after it closes.
I think the question is, let me put this down for a second. Why isn't it closing smoother?
That's true.
Like you should have to struggle.
You don't struggle. Nobody struggles.
No, you don't struggle because you live here.
And it's your gate, right?
Yeah.
How many times have you almost closed it?
Just like no one struggles to open my sliding door to the backyard at the house, but everyone else is like, "Oh, the fuck do you open
That's
this?"
not what happens at my house. Every time you've came in, you go and you close it, and it closes.
No. I had to
double, triple check it. Yeah.
Make sure I had to close it and then pull it. Put my fingers through and pull it.
Nobody else does that. Everybody just
because you live here, you know.
No,
your
everyone
gate.
just slams it. You didn't slam it.
I'm not gonna disrespect your gate.
You didn't slam it.
I know I didn't slam it. No, that's disrespectful.
Flashbacks. That's weird. It's deja vu right now.
It means you're at the right place.
Between you guys arguing that. Thanks God.
I actually had a dream of us, all three of us.
After the movies?
No. And we were hanging out and we were talking about Vinny. He was with someone and we were like you were happy for him and I was just like, no, she's not.
As I would be. This is real life.
And I was just like, she doesn't like you.
Oh, fuck.
But she didn't like you, for the record. I was like, she doesn't like you.
You're probably right. Whoever it is. What she looked like.
I can't remember. It was just it was all of us and we were fighting. You and I were going at it. And I was like, well, what are we going to do now? We're beefing it and we have a podcast, but we were beefing it because of a girl.
She had the cheating dream with a friend.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
You know how a lot of girls, they have dreams about their significant others cheating and they wake up angry at them.
Uh-huh.
You had that dream with
Oh, yeah, I've been pissed at him for all week. He's
that explains the energy.
Me. He's FaceTiming me. I haven't answered.
That's why our chat's so quiet. I was like, damn, no one's posting nothing, huh?
Nothing. He calls me and then he texts me, hey, can you post K?
What were responses? Did I fuck up?
Yeah, you did on my dream, but it's because you weren't listening to me.
About some imaginary girl.
Oh my God.
She don't fucking like you.
Was she hot at least?
I don't know.
I'm good with that.
A win's a win.
Yeah, still hit.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was it was very good. The opposite of both of you guys, but I'm also broke.
Oh yeah, you went to Vegas.
Yeah. I went to Vegas, kind of broke
what's
too.
Crazy? You don't post. All you post is like your food.
Man.
No. Vegas.
It's weird.
No, let me tell you, Vegas. I usually post a lot.
What happened?
I was so lit and preoccupied, I couldn't post. I got lit.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying it was wrong.
That's whack, fam. That's what the green box is for.
We didn't see anything.
Dude.
We just saw
Bro,
like
no,
I woke up and I was like
2 meals and that's it.
I woke up and I was like, thank God I didn't post because I went a little crazy. And in front of my parents too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was apparently I picked up on some girl in the elevator with my mom in there.
And she was like,
and she said I was
$40,
successful. Something, I don't know. I don't want to get into that one, but it was fun, but I spent a lot more money than I wanted to because.
Were you sharing a room with anyone?
My parents. But I didn't get the girl in. I kind of just like.
Oh, that's what you. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
like I got the okay. Like she was down, but then I just never hit her up. I was just too drunk. I remember I went to the room and passed out. Pickle. It was kind of.
What?
If you know, you know. Beer Fest.
It's a Beer Fest reference. No. So the week before, I bought the new iPhone. You know, and
which is really good, guys. He just showed us some videos and some pictures.
It's crazy.
So good. I need more Botox.
It made us self-conscious about ourselves.
Yeah. But I got the new iPhone. There was obviously a down payment and stuff like that. And then I was like, all right, cool. I can't spend money. But then I forgot I had a Vegas trip, and that's why I pitched in to like stay with my parents because fuck, I can't afford a room by myself right now. And yeah, and then I was spending money I didn't have, especially when you get drunk and you forget.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before that Thursday, I want to go see Ed Sheeran. I went to the Amazon Prime Music, started doing some like after party after football games because they streamed the Thursday night games. And their after party, the first party was with Ed Sheeran, and that guy fucks.
What?
He fucks. Ed Sheeran is fucking
like
sick.
Christian Grey?
Probably more. That guy got freaky. Nah, he was good. Ed Sheeran is super talented. That's like one of the first time in a long time where I see a musician be a musician. Kind of like the last time I saw was maybe like Slash when Guns N' Roses and he was doing like all these crazy solos and stuff like that. Ed Sheeran has like, I was wondering why he has like a guitar behind him. He has a piano. He has a mic. He has some like drum thing in front of him. And he pretty much recreated all of his beats in person. Like he puts his foot down and it like repeats whatever he's doing. And it blew my mind. But Ed Sheeran, holy shit.
Ed Sheeran, better than Taylor Swift?
Absolutely. Real talent.
Oh, actually, I have to say something. Taylor Swift, I've recently just became a fan. Not a Swiftie, but a fan. Like I've told Juju.
She's a Swift.
Like
She's posting her songs, but like subconsciously now.
No, I'm not. Somebody had posted and I just reposted it. But I just saw this and I'm like super like stoked about it because they were talking, you know how she's like making that guy Travis Kelce like super famous right now?
Stop.
She's giving him, dude, the stats came out, okay? He gained 300,000 followers on social media just by being seen with Taylor. 400% increase in merchandise sales just by her attending his game. And now everybody, like, I didn't even know who he was. Now, with Taylor Swift there, I know who he is.
Who is he?
He's a football player.
What team?
Doesn't matter. It's a red team. I know it has like red.
Yeah, fuck them.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they win the Super Bowl last year?
They did.
Okay. Because the brothers played against each other, right? See, I know that. But I learned this because of Taylor Swift because I was like, who is this guy?
You're welcome, Travis Kelce.
So you agree?
Huh? Yeah. Anything she just goes. She's like Midas. Anything she touches turns into gold.
I fucking stand this guy.
Like, we knew who he is. Of course, we're football fans. But now the whole world knows who he is.
And everybody's triggered because of that. Everybody's triggered because no one can admit to that. Vin, admit to it that this is the Swiftie effect. He now has the top 5 selling jersey in the NFL.
And he wasn't that guy.
Irrelevant. Kelce.
He wasn't that guy.
Kelsey's popping though.
I'm more of a Kittle fan myself. I don't even like the Niners. I said that. All that to say is that Ed Sheeran is a great performer. He's a great musician, and he also writes his own songs and a lot of songs for other people. But he ain't no Taylor Swift.
Well, no, because he's a guy.
That's true.
No, even if he was a girl, and his name was Taylor Swift,
he
ain't no Taylor Swift.
I was listening to Ed Sheeran, and it made me want to fall in love. I might use one of his songs for my wedding. I was already thinking about it.
No.
I was like looking around for prospects. Obviously, none of them were like my type.
Which one would be your
Hot
wedding
girls.
song? No, maybe that's what you need. Una güerita bien portada.
A yin to your yang.
Mm. Have you ever
took a
dated
blonde
a
Mexican.
güerita?
No.
Maybe that, I'm telling you, love is in the like randomest places that
I feel like I have too much culture.
Sazon.
I'm open to anything. I'm open to anything, but
I think that
It was,
that's maybe
Wait,
what
what
you
song
need.
is it?
thinking out loud. Like seeing it live was just like
That's a good one. Good one. It's a good song.
Yeah.
That's
They would
everyone's?
That's a lot.
hearing
of,
it. Like I played it for so many weddings, and it was like all right, but hearing it live was like
that's the Taylor Swift effect. you felt it, but with Ed Sheeran. Sharon.
Sharon. Ed Sheeran.
I might get me a ginger now. I don't know.
Ed Sheeran.
I was gonna be like,
Ed Sheeran.
We already discussed that.
I had red in my beard. It's all right. I'm one of them.
Imagine Vinny has redheaded babies.
Like I wanted to wear green pants and a white shirt the next day. Like the fit. He had a cool fit.
To be clear, I've done that before, so you guys know.
What did he wear?
The green pants, white shirt.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I've
a
seen
good
Juju wear
fit.
that,
Yeah, sounds like a good one.
but I've never worn that. So
So you got Taylor Swift, but with a different artist. Yeah, he's popular.
Don't
yeah, he's
call it
good,
Taylor
and,
Swift,
and
though.
his
It's
songs are great, but you get there and you're like, oh shit.
And now Vinny picked his wedding song.
I don't even know what to
Guys,
call.
this is crazy. Thank you, Ed Sheeran. Sheeran?
What do they call his fans?
Sheeran.
I don't know. I didn't go that deep.
You gotta figure it out because you're one of them now.
I didn't go that deep.
And it's just little by little, you're gonna be like, oh shit. And then like you're gonna catch yourself listening to songs, and then you're like,
Posting
oh.
I did. What was the other one he did? The
Did he do
girl,
Perfect?
you know I want your love.
Oh, yeah.
Which was that?
The Shape of You.
Shape of You. That one too. That one was good.
Him and Taylor are good friends.
Yeah. White
Bro.
people.
What? They stick together.
But that Ed Sheeran was
He's your-
surprisingly great. I actually only went because my little brother is a big fan. And I was like, yo, I got these tickets. You want to go? Like, you know, he's like, yeah, I want to check it out my bucket list. And I went and I was like, oh.
I feel like we heard this story before. I'm just saying. I feel like we heard this story before. I just went because I wanted to fulfill my niece's dream. And yeah, I heard some of her music and I like some songs. Then you go and you're like, oh.
Welcome. You like that, I guess.
Welcome.
Welcome.
You're next.
But now with Taylor Swift, though. But yeah, I mean, so Ed
Not
Sheeran,
yet.
it was cool. So I went to Vegas with like, feeling good. Obviously, till after I started spending money.
Gamble or just money on drinks and food?
I gambled at the beginning, lost. And I'm like, I'm not
How
gambling
much
the rest of
did
the
you
weekend.
lose?
Only $100.
What'd you bet at?
Flamingo
Circus.
But machines or
cards.
Blackjack?
Yeah, I did two hands. Just horny ass $50. Lost both of them.
Dang.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not gambling this weekend. Like I did help my dad with like some parlays and you know some.
Did he hit?
They hit. I know they hit a couple when we got there. Like so, my family drove. They went early, and I flew out. So while I was waiting, they're like, "Oh, we hit this. We hit like they were winning."
And then you got there and then just.
El de la mala
Then I got there and I was like, what happened?
Fuck.
It was a very up and down
I was actually
weekend.
really good at gambling. I had never gambled before. Every time I go to Vegas, it's just to party and like be at the pool or whatever.
Yeah, see, like that's my vibe.
I never gamble. And the last time we went, I sat there and he gambled and I did a couple machines. And then they came with the drinks and I was looking for him everywhere to pay. And then he's like, you don't pay for the drinks. They're free. Shh.
Oh no, see, look, And that's usually my usual thing. Like my usual go-to is I go to those little if you go to the bars there, they have the little machines, little like digital poker and stuff like that. When you gamble enough money, there's a light that turns on, and that means you get free drinks. So I'll put like $20 and I'll just do a bunch of dollar bets till the light goes on, and I just get fucking trashed for $20. And sometimes I break even, and it's a vibe. So
I gamble a lot, but at the table blackjack, and I'm pretty good at it. Like, quick story.
Goes, is that how you go or something? He was teaching me. Yeah, like he was teaching me. He's really good.
Yeah. I once got my money taken from my account on a trip to Utah, a business trip to Utah, me and Brian. And they took everything. They cleaned me out. And I told Brian, yo, let me borrow $100. And we went to downtown Las Vegas.
Who took your money?
Someone took it from my account. Someone stole my fraud. Oh. And the guy and the Wells Fargo people were like, oh yeah, we'll replace it, but it'll be till Monday. And this is fucking Saturday night. And I was like, I told Brian, yo, let me borrow $100. We went to downtown, the Fremont area. And yeah, sat at the table and doubled up the money.
See, that's the beauty of gambling. I've been down bad before where it's like I have $6 in my account, and this is a real story. $6 in my account after blacking out and gambling it all away. $6, and I remember I walked to the store downstairs and $6 for a bottle of water. I'm like, should I do $6 for the bottle of water or do one of those $5 blackjack hands? And I doubled up, and I'm like, you know what? I'll use my winnings and gamble that, and then won, and then you end up winning. So
yeah,
and then you end up addicted, sitting there.
Just so you guys know, that doesn't always happen.
6 hours later, you're like, fuck yeah, 300. But that's rare. But see, that's why I don't really gamble as much. Like my brothers always chase, my dad always chases, like the wins.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things. Is like the bigger they win, the more they gamble.
Yeah.
You know, you do $10 bets.
Because the loss feels better than the win. And that's where gambling addiction gets you.
So, like, you'll bet $10 over and over again, and you end up, like, let's say, like, at $500. But then once you hit that 500, you're like, you know what? Maybe I start betting $50 hands or whatever. And
you right away, that's when 5 hands later, you're back down to zero.
My best friend's dad literally goes to Morongo. Like,
Morongo.
They go every weekend, every other weekend. Sometimes he parties up, and then he's like, nos vamos al casino at 12 a.m., and they take off to the fucking casino at 12 a.m. and come back at 4 in the morning.
Yo, is that like a Mexican thing or like Latino things?
Yeah.
Gambling? Because like my dad's side, like even my, rest in peace, my grandma, like gambled every family party. And even like they'll play some card game. I forgot what it's called, but it's some card game, and they'll pay for real money, and they'll just do that for hours.
Yeah.
Every time there's a family party.
My grandma would like, you'd always, every now and then you see a big old Commerce Casino.
What was it? Pechanga?
Yeah. My aunt's husband, he gambles a lot and he wins big. He's won like 10,000, 30,000, 50,000.
Can't stand those people.
But
how much does he eat?
He bets a lot. He only goes to the high rollers. So like if you go with him, you're gonna like, yo, you better have that cash with you. He goes to the high rollers only, the slot machine, and he's betting like the max amount. Not thousands, no, maybe like hundreds. But he hits, and he hits big. And yeah, he's 125. Once they got married in Rosarito on their way back up to Sacramento when they were living there, they stopped in, not Temecula, but somewhere up north, I guess, like they have a casino, and that's where he hit 30,000.
Nice.
Ay, diles que nos mandó uno chiquito.
Yeah, see, and for me, like when I go to Vegas, I usually my Friday or Saturday, my first day, right when I get there, I start gambling. If I hit off the rip, then I'm like, all right, cool, I'll gamble. But if I lose my first 2 or 3 hands, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is not my weekend.
Yeah.
That's usually my go-to.
I don't.
Go to Vegas.
I just sit there.
November, I think like the first or second week of November, I'm going to be up there for a softball tournament. Go. And we're going to party it up.
I have money. Fuck.
I'm not a big Vegas person.
No one is until you go to Vegas with Juju.
Oh, we had Guy Fieri's food.
What was that?
He has like a bar lounge thing. I think it's at the Link. God damn. That food went. You remember? Did you see it when you're like,
oh, that you need a cleanse?
I need a cleanse.
You do.
They had these crazy ass nachos. They had the cheeseburger with bacon and stuff, and like pulled pork sandwiches.
I want to go to Vegas not to go to Hakkasan or the parties. I want to go to eat. I want to go explore all their food because they have
I also want to do a show. I've never done a show.
like a magic show or like a concert. I've never done a concert. I've done the magic shows. Magic shows are pretty fun.
Yeah, I want to do something like that. Go watch a show, go to a concert, go eat good food.
I do want to see a magic show because, I mean, I don't really believe in magic, but I heard those are,
Yeah.
you know.
Does David Copperfield still do things out there?
I think I see David Copperfield. I see,
the MGM,
what's his
right?
name? Mind Freak, Chris Angel.
Really?
I think he's still popping out there. Yeah.
Hey, we should go.
We should go.
I don't mind
Pa la
doing that.
Calle in Las Vegas. Everybody send us $10 on the Cash App. It's right here. Send us $10.
Oh, we got to start a subscription.
This is, huh?
We have to start a subscription.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what are we going to sell in the subscription?
Teaser. I'm gonna start adding commercials to our episodes.
Okay.
So if you don't want commercials,
I love that.
Oh, okay.
but I'll figure it out.
Also, here is the Cash App. If you just, it's because, mira, si todos mandan $10, it'll be enough. It'll be enough. What's $10?
You know,
Starbucks.
Real quick, random, but I had to shout out a lot of our followers from Pa la Calle. We did a raffle for Dodger tickets to the Sunday home game and to help fund my niece's trip to Houston for a softball tournament. And dude, they showed up for me, like buying a couple numbers here and $20 a number, and they were buying them. Like, so
Un aplauso.
I was kind of mad. I saw it too late.
Yeah.
When you guys posted the winners.
I saw it, but I'm overdraft. Sorry.
No, I get it. No, and actually, there's a lot of people like, hey, I get paid on Friday. I'm still gonna donate. And I was like, dude, that's really dope. So like, yeah, we fully funded her trip to Houston.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I'll donate, but if you guys do it again,
yeah,
make us proud.
Because I like gambling. Like
I know.
Now everyone's waiting for you.
So that Saturday, I went to the game on Saturday. I was like, I'm a poster. So hey, this is what you guys are paying for. She had a horrible game. Like she wasn't hitting. Her defense wasn't that good.
The
And like
pressure hit.
the coach like yelling at her like. And I was like,
Juju, I'm not posting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a song over this time.
yeah. And then like on Sunday, you see me post it because she tied the game with the hit. So, but yeah, shout out to all you guys. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Now do that for us.
Tuning in.
So we go Vegas
and for hanging out with us with our weekend recap.
Roundup, no? How you messed
You
up
already
your
messed
own?
it up, bro. That's your thing, and you messed it up.
No, it's not roundup. It's recap.
Nope.
It's weekend recap.
No, it didn't sound good. Like,
Recap? No, I said we can recap the very first episode. I said we should do recap.
And I said weekend
You said
roundup.
because
of that movie.
Are you sure?
This is where I roll the clip. I'm gonna roll the clip.
Weekend roundup. Sorry.
But also, speaking of Vegas, Usher, Las Vegas Super Bowl.
Is that a show that you would go watch in Vegas?
I hear he killed it in Vegas. He had the top selling show in Vegas.
Did he?
So good, he's gonna be at the Super Bowl.
Here's the thing. Are we getting right into it? I'm underwhelmed. I'll say it right off the rip because I don't think he's gonna perform the way he performs in Vegas. Obviously, because he only has 14 minutes.
He better bring out Little John. Yeah.
I don't think he will.
Yeah. And Justin Bieber.
You don't think he'll bring people out?
Babe.
It's been the trend.
But it's Las Vegas. I mean, Lil Jon performs. He's performed there too.
He
at
DJs
the Raider
in Vegas
Stadium.
a lot. Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Not the Raider Stadium. He performed there.
I don't look for Usher for hype Usher, except for everyone loves that song. I get it. But when I want to hear Usher, I'm talking Confessions, Part 1 and 2.
You got it.
Let It Burn.
Bet. When you
I'm talking like climax hits.
That climax at 7:00
on the dot.
I think he could make those poppin' though.
I know.
I'm excited for it.
Weeknd tried doing it, and it kind of worked for him. But then he just went to his he just did clips of it, very 15 seconds of it. And then he went into his more poppy.
Yeah, but The Weeknd doesn't dance and perform like Usher. I think Usher's an actual performer.
Yeah.
Who has been the last 3 Super Bowl?
Last year was Rihanna.
Okay.
The year before was
The Weeknd
and Dre.
on Dr. Dre and Snoop.
And I don't know. I just.
And then Shakira and J.
When
Maroon
Shakira
5.
carried, yeah.
People have asked me oh well, who do you think? And I was like, yo, honestly, I don't know. I maybe and maybe he's gonna put on a great performance. I'm gonna be back on here. I'm like, hey, sorry, I was wrong. You were right. But the way I see it right now, I love when I hear Usher, I want to get into my feelings. I want the lights dim, drink in my hand, phone in the other hand, ready to call the ex. Like,
I don't know. I think que no escuché tanto Argüende, and I'm not like that big of an Usher fan. I mean, I am. I think this is probably going to be that effect, that Taylor effect, where you're like listening to him and you're like, oh, I know that song. I know that song. That's a hit. That's a hit. I know that song.
yeah.
So I'm hoping that that's what it is. But for me to be like, Usher, he's gonna be. I didn't get that.
And especially
like Rihanna, like
even coming off the heels of I'll say it, disappointing Rihanna performance. But she was pregnant, so I give her that. But it was underwhelming still.
True.
Even the Dr. Dre thing, I'll go there. Of course, I loved it. We loved it because that's LA. That's where we are. It's nostalgic. But I feel like the rest of the world's like, cool. Like, it's just, they're just standing there.
50 Cent.
You're standing there and there's like a fat 50 Cent hanging from the wall. Like,
and what was the one before that?
The Weeknd. Nobody, he didn't bring anyone out. And
underwhelming.
That was COVID though.
Yeah.
So we get it. But I mean, it was cool. But
Hey, Jay-Z, ponte las pilas, Jay-Z.
Low key, the ones we were going through, as far as I can remember, the last one that kind of really killed it was Lady Gaga, and which I didn't give it as much appreciation when it happened. But then we went back and looked at it, and I told you yesterday, I was like, yo, I was listening to Paparazzi like on repeat.
I mean, Shakira and J-Lo's was good too, though.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was very good.
And I think that maybe that's why I'm disappointed too. I thought it was going to be a little more Latino this year. Like, yo, Bad Bunny's on top, you know.
Yeah, I think Bad Bunny would have made...
Drake one, I think would have killed it. With the special appearance by Peso Pluma or something like that.
That's too wishful, but yeah.
Yeah.
He did it at the VMAs and people loved it. That was one of the top performances there.
I mean, I do think Bad Bunny would have been the perfect person right now, but I'm not mad at Usher.
Taylor Swift would have also been good.
She turned it down, I think, right?
She said she's not there yet in her career, and I was like, damn.
But Usher does have a catalog, though. He does. A huge catalog.
And I have faith that Usher knows how to put. He's a showman.
Yeah.
Again, he's a showman. That's why he has a #1 Vegas show. So I have my faith in it, but.
Were you excited? No.
I was like, oh, that's cool, that's dope. But then the first thing that came to my mind was like, Confessions, Let It Burn. I was like, I think you did this to me.
Me?
Yeah, because you're a sad.
I'm a sad gal.
Sad girl.
I am a sad girl.
And I was like that too. I love me some ballads and like stuff like that. So
I recently heard that. It's not sad. It's I like to be melancholic.
Melancholy?
I like that. Like, I like to tap into that feeling all the time. Like, in a heartbeat, I tap into that with music, with events that have happened in my life or other people's events. Like, I'm always like that to give for my grandmother. My grandmother once told me that she's never been happy.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah. She's like, I don't think I ever was happy in my life. And I was like,
that's deep.
Shit. Like, wait, what? Like, I don't think I there was ever a time in my life where I was happy.
Like, you've had kids before, right? Damn,
yeah, and she said they brought her joy,
but not happiness.
But happiness as a person, like, when is a time that you've been completely happy in your life? Like, everything's going great. I'm happy. I feel fulfilled. What?
Dodgers won the World Series.
What is that? The last time you felt happy?
I always get happy.
Yeah, I tap into happiness. Like, it's easy to tap into happiness because you think of all the good things I've done. You think of all the bad things you've recently gone through, and you're like, it's actually not that bad. And you think of all the good things, and it's like, oh yeah, it's really good. Like, for instance, like, being able to cover you and like fulfilling that after 10 years at that station, finally being able to like, hey, this is all you for this next like 3 days. You're on this by yourself.
Yeah.
And that's like, or like being able to like, hey, mom, I'm going to the DR randomly. And just sitting in like the ocean and just like chilling there. It's things you tap into. My niece is being born. My niece is accomplishing way more than we've ever accomplished.
I think that's like happiness.
You just got to think of the small things, really.
Yeah. Like, that's happiness. Like, sometimes like when I'm with my kids and I'm like watching them run around and like I have my husband and I'm like, I'm not worried about things that a lot of people maybe might be worried about. Like, I'm healthy. I have a healthy relationship. I'm not worried about my husband. I'm not like, we're happy. So it's kind of like that to me is like, oh, happiness. I get to do what I love every day. But for my grandmother to say that, I was just like, oh, shit. And she meant it. I don't think that she wasn't like a sobby person. My grandmother was always up and going, up and going. But for her to like open up and say, I don't think I've ever been
I would have loved to ask my grandparents that question. So
Like,
maybe
were you ever
maybe
happy?
it's like they didn't have a chance to be happy.
I don't think they did. I think like
That's the privilege we have. I feel like
Yeah.
that is, we get to do like even our jobs, like the fact that we got to choose to go to school, to not go to school, to do what we love,
And
to play
supportive
music
family.
for a living. Like
Yeah.
we're sitting here in a studio, and like I got off of work right now. My husband could easily be like, "Bitch, get inside! Like your kids are waiting for you," or you know, like we wouldn't have.
Not only that, but you still have time to be with your kids too. Like, I think it goes even like not just grandparents, like our parents
Yeah.
sacrificed so much for us. Like my dad was a janitor for 22 years. Obviously, he didn't want to be a janitor, but he knew, yo, this is what I need to take care of my kids because I have the insurance. I have a school to put them in. We're going to have a roof over our head. He doesn't want to be a janitor. My dad's actually, I think he's funnier than I am. He could have been a great on radio, but that wasn't the cards. But we're able to do that because they sacrificed so much for us.
Yeah, like my dad has a really good voice, and my dad's like naturally musically inclined. Like he learned by himself how to play the piano, and he'll play the los bukis, and he sings. And my dad has this amazing voice. And I'm like, Dad, did you ever consider being a singer, like singing? He's like, no. Like that idea is like crazy to him, you know? And,
no, that
and
is
to
true.
me,
Because it doesn't
I'm
happen
like,
to people like us.
yeah. And to me, I'm like, you could have been anything. Like you could have been so big. Or I tell my kids, right? Like whatever you want, you can do, where that wasn't an option for them.
Yeah, no, because even for me, like I'm still in the world. I mean, I just started 2 years ago being live on radio. So even for me, it's one of those like I never thought I'd be here because that was never put in my head because my parents never had that mentality either. Because even like my mom's always been the 9 to 5. She still is a 9 to 5. You know, she works at university and things like that. But my dad's always just been work. But shit, he probably has the most personality out of all of us. You put him on a mic, even like family parties, and he's just like, yeah, just give me the mic, and he just kills it.
Yep.
Like he has it, and never pursued it because I don't think it was ever like something he'd do. And yeah, because even for me, when they're like talking about like, oh, like you're living your dream on the radio, and I'm like, it was never a dream of mine because I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of just happened.
I don't know. Were you there? My dad gave a speech at the baptism.
Yeah.
And he had everyone like at the palm of his hands. He's always wanted to give speeches, like at funerals, weddings, whatever. They're like, yo, give him the mic and just let him. And he's like, yeah.
That's true. Our Thanksgiving, everyone's RIV, like to my dad, like, you're
Go
up.
ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd
My
be
dad
like,
just does it.
I do it too. Like, but now it's my dad. They go to my dad for that stuff.
But the question of, are you happy? Have you ever been happy? I think for us, it's like we had that privilege, and it seems weird for me to say like, oh, if I said I wasn't happy, everybody like, are you fucking kidding? Like slap me out of it, or you, or whatever.
Yeah.
But then when go back a little bit, a generation to our parents, like, are you happy? Do you feel fulfilled? They didn't get to fuck around the way we're fucking around, because we're messing around, and this is our life. This is our career.
I think my parents, maybe like 10 years ago, or a little more, a little less, they went on their first full vacation by themselves. It was always us. It was always what we wanted to do, or like it was like, and we never went on crazy vacations, but like they went on a vacation where it's like, yo, you guys are going to, you're not gonna go visit family. You're not going to the rancho. You're not going to your city where you were born. No, you're going somewhere you've never been. And they went to Cancun, and it was 10, 11 years ago, maybe a little more, a little less, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
And like a couple years ago, they went to Mexico City, and it's like, yeah, you're not visiting family. Of course, you run into family sometimes. That just happens. But like,
No, my dad's never been on a vacation.
yeah,
My mom, until she got married with her new husband, you know, she finally went to Cancun and to Acapulco, but they've never been anywhere. Like all their life, it's been about work. All their life has been trying to figure shit out, coming here. And, you know, recently I spoke to someone who mentioned that, you know, their dad is going through a transition period. And I said, well, what does he want to do? Like, this is his opportunity to do whatever, you know, he wants. And I was like, that's us. Like, that's how we think. Because even if you tell a grown-up that, I mean, we're grown-ups, but an adult, majority of them are like, what the fuck are you talking about? They don't even have the capability to think that way because it wasn't taught to them. Where us, we're like, well, figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, you know, ponemos un business or whatever.
What's crazy is us is like, figuring it out means like, hey, we're gonna figure out this Vegas trip, this Cancun trip, this Dominican. Then figuring out like, hey, we're gonna figure out, keeping the roof over the head and stuff like that. And so like, it's different. It's different. Like, and it's crazy. Like, I think I traveled the most out of all my immediate family, my brothers and sisters, and DR, Cancun 4 times, New York, Miami, Texas. Like, you just, hey, I'll figure it out. Let's just go. Just book it.
Well, shit, even like concert experiences.
Yeah.
Like with remember we went to go see, I don't know if you went to the Nicki Jam.
I did.
Nicki Jam at the Forum.
I did.
And I remember, because my parents are the ones who are actually the ones who introduced me to reggaeton, because they have family friends or Dominican or Puerto Rican, one of those. But they introduced me to reggaeton when I was like 11, 12 years old, first CD. And I remember Nicki Jam had a song on that, like it was one of those bootleg CDs. And so when Nicki Jam, when we got those tickets and they were floor, I was like, shit, well, let me take my parents because he's an OG and, And when I was taking him, I remember my mom was like, oh my God, we haven't been to the Forum since Aventura broke up. The first time, like in 2008 or 9. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, the Forum's right here. And how many times have you gone to the Forum in the past 2 years or in the past 5 years? And I'm like, that's something that simple that my parents haven't done in like almost 12 years is crazy to me. So there's a lot of things we take for granted, for sure.
My dad instilled that in us. Like my dad, like it wasn't big, but like he'd be like on a random week, like, hey, let's go to TJ. All right. And he'll always take us to Dodger game. He became a season ticket holder. And I think that's what he gave to us, but I take more advantage of it. And like I just blew it up to like, hey, let's go to the DR. Let's go to Cancun. But yeah, I think like, I don't know. And then my dad's thing was always like, hey, as long as you have benefits. And I was like, I don't, but we're figuring it out. The Obamacare.
As long as you have a 401k, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, no, didn't. But yeah, we are pretty privileged.
Ask your grandparents or your parents.
Are you happy?
Are you happy?
Oof.
And if you can, try to make them happy. And you'd be surprised. Like it doesn't take this expensive trip or this like.
But you know what? I'm getting sad. Because
you can't cry 2 shows in a row.
They won't even tell you. They're not going to tell you they're not happy.
I see. And that's the thing. Like with my parents, I make them go to shit. Because even I've going to the movies.
Yeah.
Like if I tell them, yo, we should go to the movies and watch this. There's always an excuse, whether it's my dad or my mom. It's always like, oh, it's late, whatever. But if I tell them, hey, like me and my brothers do this. Hey, we bought tickets. Let's go. Like we already have the tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, all right, fine. Then I go and have a good time. And it's like just going to the movies alone. Things like that. Like I don't know what it is. They just don't say it.
I should have answered when my dad called me earlier.
Did we just do this?
Yeah, and like right now, my dad's doing a lot for the grandbabies. Obviously, he's gonna go to Houston too. My niece, he paid his way. And, he's always chasing them or taking them where they need to go. And he takes care of Casey the whole week, except for like 2 days. So, yeah, it's like convincing him, like, hey, dude, like, chill. Take my mom somewhere. Like, you guys should go somewhere again. It's like, oh, no. It's like, no, well, they'll be fine. Like, we'll figure it out. We always do. And trying to convince your parents to do something for themselves is crazy.
Yeah.
Because even when it's for themselves, it's revolved around either their kids or their grandkids. More grandkids, obviously, now because they're grandkids, but. Yeah. That's
true.
Like my dad, like when I did the Independence Day parade, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah," and like he moved a lot of things around so he can make. I was like, "Dad, you don't have to do that." But then, yeah, sure, he was like, sure enough, he was right there. Like you hear my name and yell, "It's just my dad."
Oh, I was like, oh, it was just him.
Yeah.
Because he answers his dad's phone calls.
Yeah, because I answer his phone calls even when he's mad at me.
I was busy.
Nah, here we go.
All right, who had
I've cried
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. But I'm not crying. I'm just teary.
Quiere llorar.
It's just something about our parents. I can't. Like my car, right? The whole situation. I immediately called my mom and I was like, Mom, I need a car. And she gave me her car. So like just things like that. It's like, damn, only
parents
our
never
parents,
stop being
dude.
Parents.
They never. I'm 33 years old. I'm like, Mom, I need a car.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'll figure it out. The other day, the kids needed to get to basketball. And my mom fucking was figuring it out.
Yeah.
So it's just like, ask your parents if they're happy. If they say they're not, ask them What can you do to make them happy? And a lot of times it takes like a serious conversation because most of the time they're going to tell you, "Sí, ¿qué más puedo pedir? I'm healthy. I have you guys." You know, but you'll know.
My dad will be like, well, if you do this, this, and this.
You want to get rid of the dogs.
Yeah.
Dang, poor Juju. Next episode, Juju's probably not going to have a dog. And,
What's up with you?
Damn, bro.
Wait, how long do you have to wait?
Well, they had to heal from their nutsack circumcision.
All right, guys. Episode numero
14.
14.
We'll see you guys.
Deuces. I didn't have to use this a lot today. Proud of you guys. You guys are getting better.
Fuck
Fred-
Vinny.
No, she's just a mess.
He pissed me off.
She's just worried about her own self.
He pissed
her
me
anger,
off.
her anger was her dream.
He pissed me off in our dream.
On that note.
I do.